Okay, everybody. So this is part 3 or 3.5, I think, depending on when I post the other video I just made a second ago. So we're going to recap. This is the licensing process. This is what House Bill 329 was supposed to do. That has been three years back signed. So anyway, review. 69 total companies applied for 6 licenses. There are only 6 licenses that originally were supposed to be given out. Those are, if it confuses everybody, there's a Class A and a Class B, or you could call it a Class 1 or Class 2. So the Class 1 license, those can grow up to 100,000 square feet inside their space. Their building can be as big as they want it to be, but only 100,000 feet of grow space. The other 4 licenses, 3, 4, 5, and 6, are to go to the 50,000 square foot, or you can go up to 50,000 square feet. This is a Class B or Class 2. So when you apply for your application or your license, you had to say, okay, I'm applying for either a Class 2 or a Class 1. You had to pick. Some did both. And you couldn't be awarded in both, but you could try them both. Anyway, all right, so out of the 69, 6 companies were tentatively awarded a license. All that means is these are the 6 that they plan to give a license to. But we've got 16 companies over here that are protesting the results. This is very important, okay? Now, most at the Capitol who are trying to protect the investment that these 6 made, they want you to think that these 16 protesting companies are just butthurt, that they're just whiny little crybabies. I'm pretty sure that was like maybe even the exact term that somebody used right after or before he was talking about protecting the investment and the value of the licenses, but I won't go there again. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples. This is just with my application, because remember, okay, let's review from the other day. I am one of these 16 companies that are protesting. I've also told the governor and everybody else that if whatever we do, if it could get 22 licenses, make it 21 and just kick my company out. We'll figure out some other way, okay? I'm not worried about that, so let's not get bogged down in that. Okay, so of the 16 companies that are protesting, I'm going to do a couple of examples, okay? Just clearing the board here. I do not know how to draw, so y'all bear with me. But I think I could get Georgia fairly close. It's something like, maybe I can't get it. I don't know. Little dingy bob there. All right, whatever. You get the point. This is the state of Georgia, horribly drawn. So one of the biggest points of our application was, where are you going to set up shop? And because that was while we were negotiating the language of House Bill 324, I knew that was in there. That was a huge part of our application. So where we decided to go in Elbert County. Now, Elbert County is a really special little community here. I didn't know this, but it's the granite capital of the world. But it is here. And then we partnered with the 3 or 4 counties around that to just say, hey, look, we want to have a partnership and support each other, and we want to bring jobs to this community and be good, neighbors. Okay, but our application, we worked hard on building these partnerships and having signed letters of support from the Athens Tech, which was going to have an agricultural school, that we were going to have, interns just right across the street. So, however, when we looked at our application and we looked at the score, we lost like half of our points. We said, well, that's a mistake. That's an error. That can be right. But wait, there's more. So luckily, the commissioners, when they would grade something, they gave a description of why they took off these points. And we were very excited to learn why. You know why? You know why? Because we were located next to some tier 4 counties. See, you had to locate in either a tier 1 or tier 2. That's, how I don't know, wealthy the county is. I didn't even know there was a such thing as tier 1, 2, whatever, before this. So, but we set up in a tier 2 county and we had partnerships with tier 2 counties around us. What are they talking about? And they started talking about that we were next to some tier 4 counties. Like, wow. And the fact that, because we're located in Lowndes County, they literally wrote that on our application, that you located in Lowndes County and you're adjacent to some tier 4 counties. Let me show you. Even on my horrible mapping, this is Lowndes County. And these are the counties around it. and also Florida counties. This is where we are going to set up shop. And we went to great detail in explaining that we were going to set up shop there in Elbert County. So you tell me, is this somebody that is just angry and upset and whining? Or is this someone that has a clear, simple 2 + 2 = 4, and they said, no, 2 + 2 = 5. You're wrong. All right, let me give you 2 more examples. Again, this is just our application. There's 68 more of these mistakes like this. So they clearly took points off of us because we did not list in our application who and how we were going to implement our minority and diversity inclusion plan. Okay, I mean, wow, really messed up there if we left that off, because there again, I was in the room with the negotiations with the minority caucus. We knew how important implementing this plan was. I saw the writing in the bill. I knew this. But they took off like a good portion of our points, and we were really confused. And then but they were so kind to say, that you didn't list who and how you were going to implement your plan, except we were able to copy 2 pages of the job description from our head of HR, that it was their responsibility. This person has already been hired, by the way. It's their responsibility to implement our minority diversity inclusion plan. And there's 2 pages of how we're going to do that. They clearly said, not that we didn't do it good enough. See, that would be an opinion. They said you didn't do it. They said you didn't have it in your application. We pointed to nearly 1.5 pages of a job description that's going to detail how we're going to implement our minority diversity inclusion plan. Okay, that's another example, but man, that's crazy stuff. So there was one more example I'm trying to think of that they clearly said that we didn't do it, and I'm drawing a blank right now. So either way, the point is that when a judge sees this, it's over. The industry stops, okay? Because see, you've got the 6 companies that have tentatively been awarded a license. You got the 16. Okay, the second the state issues this license, these 16 are going to go to court. And there again, I'm going to review, okay? I told my CEO, no, we're not suing. I'm not going to be just whining, and I'm not daring to hold up this industry until I saw this and multiple other examples of this, okay? So what's going to happen, the second these officially get awarded a license, now these 16 have standing in court, okay? And what's going to happen is a judge is going to look at another 78 examples like this, and he's going to say the whole state is shut down. Y'all got to figure this junk out. This is ridiculous. Because these 16 companies, they're not butthurt. They've been cheated and robbed. Okay, the question is, and then the 6 companies over here, well, beforehand in the law, it said you can redact, because we had to give one application for the commission to read and study, nothing redacted. Then we had to deliver another application where we could redact like sensitive information, like trade skills or secrets that we were trying to get better in the cannabis industry, stuff like that. And that's all we did. Well, these 6 companies here, surprisingly, it's like they knew ahead of time. They redacted their entire application. Okay, because now we can't go and read their answer. Okay, where are you located? Why are you located there? What score did you get? The whole entire application is redacted. So that's going to be the very first question that the judge asks. Let's see the application of these 6, unredacted. Okay, and let's see if these same mistakes were happening, or this is just one application that they got it way wrong. But now we're going to assume that the 6, oh man, they got it perfect. The commission was on it right there, man. They got these right? No, that ain't the way it works. No. So that's the reason why I was fighting the legislation that the governor's office was ridiculous. All it was going to do was create more lawsuits. But it was added bonus. It was going to be a new plan. So we're going to spend another 1.5 years trying to implement it and just have it end in a lawsuit. It's going to be 2 or 3 years. No. This is going to end now. Okay. And we got a plan, because we got a lot of lawyers looking into this, and possibly soon to be Governor Perdue is ticked, and he wants this problem solved right away. So I'm gonna help him out. So that's the review. We're gonna dig a little bit deeper into maybe some of the companies. Now listen, I do want y'all to hear me, okay? These 6 companies, I know most of these owners, and they're good people, okay? There is just so much stuff adding up that just isn't right. I don't have a clue who or anybody did anything wrong, but there is just so many coincidences and examples like this that it stinks to high heaven. So what I would like to do is just issue a license to all 16 of these, all 6 of these, okay? And now every single company that could sue and stop the industry, now you just gave them a license. Now I ask you, why would they sue if you just give them a license? Okay? And then I would ask you, why would the 6 really be upset if they gave away more licenses? Because years ago, when you needed me to testify on your behalf, it was all about the kids, right? It was all about serving the families, right? Why do you worry about the value of your investment? Just curious. I mean, would anybody want to raise their hand and say that they're going to sue? Because that's what the politicians want you to believe. They want you to believe that if we give away 16 more licenses, these 6 are going to sue because their license just got devalued. Right, and that's my point is, who's going to be stupid enough of these 6 to stand up and sue the entire industry because we gave away licenses to people that were cheated out of their license? Which one of these 6 is going to do that? None of them. None of them. And I've told that to most of the owners. There's no way they're going to be dumb enough to sue because we gave away too many licenses. So then the politicians, again, protecting the 6, they'll tell you, oh, well, people can sue over anything. Well, you know what? That is a true statement. People can sue over everything. I could sue because the commissioner was wearing a red hat instead of a yellow hat. Right. I can do that, but there are judges, and judges make judgments, okay? So you tell me, what's more likely? What is more likely of a scenario? The judge or the state just issues 22 licenses. So one scenario is the 6 sue because these that were cheated over here got a license. Now they may sue. And I wouldn't be surprised if the judge said, okay, I'll let your lawsuit go forward, but I'm not going to shut down the entire industry. You know, if in 2 or 3 years you can prove that maybe you were awarded $3 million extra or whatever. I don't know, I don't care. But there's no reason to shut down the whole industry. However, if the 16 companies sue because the 6 got a license and they can show on black and white ink where they were scored at this level, but if you gave them back these points like this, gave me back 100% of our points, we would have scored better than the 6. That's when the judge is going to say, whoa, I think you're right. Shut everything down until we figure this out. And this is going to be held up in Fulton County Court for about 2 or 3 years. That's the best case scenario. Okay, so I'm sorry I went a little bit long, but that's it in a nutshell. And we've got some other news, and we're going to hit on some other points to clarify later. You have a great day.